What's up, Electronauts? Some of you were asking about a video of my workflow. So I was just gonna do a quick video summary here. So basically, my main pieces are model cycles, model samples, chord chaos pad, Boss RC 505 MK2, the one and only Nord Drum Indigo. I just got the Lo-Fi 12, but it's going to be added into the workflow soon. Also have the Moog Workstat, um, Impress Zoya, Line 6 DL4 MK2. That's an expression slider. I use it sideways so that it can be a crossfader, and I can attach it to any of my effects boxes and kind of use it like an octatrack crossfader to switch between effects scenes A and B, if you will. Okay. There's also a cheap bit crusher that I've found to be quite good. It's got a little filter and bit crusher, and it does the job. I got a gate pedal here with a galaxy painted on it, and then a cheap distortion pedal, some speakers, whatnot. And then I've got like resonant objects and stuff like that. And I have my microphone set up where I can access them at all times, or my wife and I make music together, so oftentimes she'll have one mic and I'll have the other, but I have them both here on the battle station so that I can use one with effects and one without effects if I want to. I've also got a vocal boost over here or whatever, but it's never really in use. I pretty much just use these because they suffice. I've got nicer mics, but these do the job. They're just some cheap Audio Technicas. Anyway, run everything into the loop station. And I run everything into the loop station in a pretty unorthodox way. And how I do that is through all of these crazy ass wires that you see back here. Basically, I run the model samples into the KP3, then into the loop station. And right now, that's pretty much the main thing that I'm using for a lot of my compositions. Although I'm imagining that the Lo-Fi 12 might have something to say about that. I'm sure I'll still use the model samples plenty, but I can take the Lo-Fi 12 out on a walk or go into a cave, which is actually my favorite place to compose music. Like if I lived near one, I'd compose in a cave every chance I could. And then over here, we go into my hybrid setup, which right now is just a cheap-ass Chromebook, massive but cheap Chromebook laptop. And then directly underneath that was a gift from a dear friend, the Akai Z4, one of the greatest rack-mounted samplers ever built. And I am still studying this thing. I haven't really made any music on it yet because I'm still learning it. But yeah, same dear friend is also responsible for that reverb module there. Anyway, I run everything into the loop station, and it's got such good effects built in that I don't really need to use my effects boxes as much, so that frees them up to do other things. I'll still run things through the DL4 MK2 and then into the loop station, but that's because there's a looper built in to the DL4 MK2 that allows you to use the delays and reverbs on your loops. And those delays and reverbs are really unique and special. And you can run a microphone, and a pair of mono inputs, or a stereo pair, obviously. You can connect it via MIDI or USB. You've got a micro SD for unlimited looping storage, which I'm not even currently using because I have much more comprehensive loopers up here. I don't really use the Chaos Pad as a looper so much. but I'll run stuff into it and then through it basically, because I like the effects that are built into the Chaos Pad, so I use those effects running into RC505. Okay, I think that about sums it. Oh yeah, so one of these mics could also be, pointed directly at a resonant object, or I've also got like, let's see, we got some bells over here, kalimbas and tambourines and stuff like that. And any kind of little percussion instruments you can collect, little doodads like that, are cool to keep around because you've got a microphone right there running into the loop station. So why not add some like actual percussion instead of just programming everything in like, a non-musician. I'm trying to learn to become a player these days, but I'm still a novice on most instruments. But I have to say, the reason for this video and the reason why there's been a lot of interest mounting here is because the RC505 MK2 loop station definitely changed my life, and I think it could change yours too, especially if you have a modular synthesizer. I can't wait to get into modular. I haven't had the financial freedoms to do so as of yet, but I know that it's something that's on the horizon, and I can't wait to try some modular stuff with the RC. All right, love you guys. Electronauts forever. Deuce.